Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Daily 3D Revolve. Today I'm going to be doing a Design Spark mechanical tutorial. I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a Rambo knife. It's a bowie, however you want to pronounce that style knife. So we'll go ahead and open. We'll say new or click new design. We're going to go to plan view by clicking this eye icon. We need to come over here to Design Spark options and go to units, change this from metric to imperial. For some reason it seems to be stuck on metric every time I open it. Okay, let's try that again. Doesn't look like it changed. Okay, it did. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. I got a little drawing here that we're going to use as a reference. Okay, don't really have to make this full size, but I guess we could. Go ahead and grab the line tool. I want the blade to be somewhere around 12 inches. So that's going to be a big knife. Okay, so we'll go 12. All right, now we're going to have to go select to click off. We've got to scale this up quite a bit. So we'll hold down the shift key. And then it's okay if it's a little bit bigger. Now let's just make this close to 12 inches so we don't have to make it too big. Okay, that's going to be good. So we'll go get rid of that line there. We're going to put this somewhat in the middle. Okay, now we're going to Control plus to zoom in. We'll have to do little sections at a time because this knife is pretty big. Okay, we're going to grab the line tool. The first thing we're going to do is we're just going to draw a line. Let's undo that. Let's get the line tool. We're going to go from there. Okay, so we're going to put a line out there. I'm going to give you the measurements so you can follow along if you want. The line is 2.756 inches long, and it's at a 27-degree angle. Okay, we're going to select to click off. Now I'm going to use the offset command so we know that we have the same angle line. We're going to go ahead and offset this down to 0.4. Okay. Now we're going to Control plus. Let's zoom in a little bit. We're going to put a rounded corner here. So we'll click on that endpoint. And then we're going to put a line 0.57 inches long. And it's a 135.1 degree. We'll click. And then we're just going to round this off. It's 89.9 degree, and it's 0.404. So we'll click there. And that's our first line. Now we're going to go ahead and get the create rounded corner tool, and we'll put another one out there. Just basically go from the endpoint to right there, which is 1.028 inches, and it's 137.1 degree angle. And then we'll just, whatever it defaults at, we'll use that. So we'll click, we'll grab our select tool, or click on the select tool. I'm going to make these straight right here. So I'm going to grab the line tool. We'll come straight across, make a little line there. Then we're going to get the line tool again, and we're going to come straight across here as well. Okay, now we're going to get the 3-point arch. We're going to go from that point there where it starts to curve. We're going to go all the way to that end point, and then we're just going to curve it up. Okay, so now we'll go back to the 3-point arch, come from that end point, right up to there, and then we'll just arch this out. Okay, now we're going to get our trim away tool. It's kind of hard to see this black background. Okay, so this is the little piece right there. I may end up rounding these later, but for right now, we'll just keep them like that. Okay, now we're going to go ahead, Control minus, we'll tackle this handle. Okay, we're going to use a spline tool for that, which is usually reserved for drawing stuff that's got lots of curves in it. So just go ahead and follow, click. You're going to click and follow those curves. And then we'll go ahead and select the click off. That's a decent one right there. Okay, now we're going to get, not sure if I want to copy that and move that over, or just draw another one. Let's see what that offset will look. So we'll grab our offset, see if we can offset this over. No, I don't think it will look good. So let's undo. We're going to put our own line in there. We'll grab the spline tool again. We'll come from here. Let's curve it. Let's curve. And then we'll curve out to here. Select the click off. Okay, this is the basis of our line right there. Okay, now we're going to put in Control minus. We're going to put some of our blade in there. I'm trying to get rid of this blade, this graphic, because it's just very dark. It's hard to see the lines, so we'll go ahead and move it up. Control plus. Going to grab our straight line tool. And we're going to go from here. Let's go straight down to there. Okay, now we'll select the click off. We're going to grab our 3-point arch. I'm going to go from there to the point. I'm going to bow it in a little bit. Just whatever, just go as close as you can to the reference. And we don't have to follow this exactly. 3-point arch. We'll go from the end point there up to about there. I'm going to bow. Actually, let me undo that. Let's draw this line first. So we'll go ahead and get the straight line. Click on that point there. This is not going to be straight. It's going to kind of come out to the right. So we'll go ahead and pull that down as far as we can. Then select the click off. Now we're going to grab that 3-point arch. Click there. Click the end point and just bow out till it's tangent. Okay. Got that. Let's move this out of the way and see where we're going so far. Excuse me. Okay, that don't look too bad. Let's undo. Control plus to zoom in. Let's put a 3-point arch in here. Excuse me. Grab the 3-point arch. We're going to go from here to the end point there. Bow that out a little bit. There we go. Okay, Control minus. Let's pan down. Control plus for that top part. And now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and just make this straight. So we'll just hold down the shift key. We're just going to come out to there. Then we're going to shift. Hold down the shift key, click right there. Now we're going to grab a 3-point arch. We're going to go from that end point over to here, a little bit of an angle, and then we'll just angle this up a little bit. And about there. Now we're going to trim away that piece there, that piece there. Now we're going to put this little divot in here. So to do that, we're going to grab the ellipse. We're going to click right there and kind of pull this line out. And then we're going to drag up a little bit. Then we'll grab our trim away tool. And then we'll get rid of those pieces there. Now we'll go get rid of the graphics so we can see what's going on. All right, we'll have to soften up these corners. So let's Control plus. Let's get our fillet round tool. We'll click there. Come up a little bit to 0.225. The line disappeared. Okay, that's all right. We'll just draw another one. Get the 3-point arch. Go from there to there. We'll go till it's tangent. And then we're going to round that. We'll round all of these corners, so just to make them a little softer. This one's going to be 0.139 inches. And we'll do one here. This is going to be 0.139 as well. Then we're going to round that corner there. 0.083. Okay, now we're going to get our pan tool, pan over. Let's pan up. Okay, let's go ahead and get our extend corner. We're going to click on this line and we're going to extend it to there. Looks like we lost part of our line, but we'll just redraw it in there. That's all right. Going to go from there over to there. Okay, so there's our guard. Let's Control plus. We want to soften up some of this guard a little bit, so we'll grab our rounded corners. 0.655. I'm going to round these 0.083. We'll do the same on this side. 0.083 for a full round. We'll drag this over. Do the same right there. 0.083. I guess this won't go to 0.083, but that's okay. Wherever it goes to. Grab our trim away tool. Get that little piece there. Now I want to soften that edge up right here. So we'll grab the rounded corners, go from there to there, and we'll do 0.226. Okay, let's Control minus, Control minus, Control minus, Control minus. Okay, this doesn't look too bad, so we'll go ahead and start pulling stuff. We're going to spin this. Control plus to zoom in. We're going to grab our, select that piece. We're going to change this to pull from both sides. And then we're going to pull 0.400 inches. Okay. Make sure that's not too thick. It's probably not too thick for this style of knife, but I'm going to make it a little thinner. Let's undo that. Okay, let's pull from both sides. Let's go 0.02. For some reason, I don't think that extruded. Okay, let's go ahead and do this again. Click there. Let's undo. Let's go from both sides. Let's drag out to 0.2. So let's just type in 0.2. Okay. We'll grab our spin tool. Yeah, that's a decent thickness for the blade. All right, let's Control plus to zoom in. Let's spin this a little bit and pan up. Okay, we need to put in a fillet right here, so 0.1. So we'll grab this, both of these, hold down the Control key, change this to chamfer, type in 0.1. Okay, that's our first little part of the blade. Now we're going to spin. I'm going to do this part right here, so we'll pull. Let's select both those lines. The back ones too. Make sure this is on chamfer. 0.1. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and pan down, make sure the blade is good. Okay, that's decent. Now let's keep panning. grab the pan tool, let's pan down, and we got to extrude this handle. Let's click on both sides. Let's go 0.4 on both sides. Spin this to make sure it's not too thick. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and pull this guard from both sides. So we'll change that to both sides. We want it to be a little bit wider than the handle, so we'll pull this out to maybe 0.6. Let's try 0.6. If it's too wide, then we can always change it. That's decent. Okay, now we'll do the same thing with the top part here. We're going to go ahead and pull from both sides 0.6. Make sure this is good. It should have been a separate piece, but it's not for some reason. Let's undo that. Before I pull that, I'm going to add some fillets to the handle. So let's go ahead and select that, and we'll go ahead and we'll pull it out to 0.140. Click off of it. We'll grab this one, pull it to 0.140. Give this a spin. That looks pretty good. Okay, now we'll do the same over here. 0.14. Grab that one, type in 0.14. Okay, it's coming along good. Might want to move this handle back just a little bit. It seems a little bit kind of in an odd spot. So what we can do is double click on all the handle. We'll say move or select move, and we'll just kind of slide it over a little bit. Okay, that's not too bad. Go ahead and make sure nothing was changed on that. Okay, now let's address this. We're going to click on that. We're going to say pull or select pull. We're going to go from both sides. I'm going to drag this out a little bit, maybe to 0.7. Okay. Knife's not looking too bad. Going to start doing some detail work on that guard. So we'll scroll up. Let's go ahead and select everything, and then we'll add a fillet to here. Oh, it might help if I was in pool. Let's go to pool. Let's click till everything is selected, and then drag. We're going to put a point. Let's go 0.04 inch fillet. Okay, now we're going to spin this around, do the same on the back. Select pull. Pull to 0.4. Alright, I'm going to put a fillet here so it's not a weak spot, so we'll select everything. Oh, keep doing that. Let's go to pull. Let's click till everything is selected. For some reason it's not adding that. Okay, we'll leave it for now. Gotta move on. Okay, let's pull this. Let's make that a little softer. We'll go 0.03. Now let's pan up a little bit. Probably want to do the same. Let's Control minus to zoom out. Let's spin. Okay, we got to actually add. Okay, yeah, we're good here. So we don't necessarily need this side to be sharp. Just the cutting side and this side right here. Okay, let's go ahead and view this from the top. It's looking pretty good. Control plus to zoom in. We'll pan down. Let's go. Control plus one more time. Let's give this a little spin so it's easier to see. Going to go to our pull tool. Click till all the faces are selected. Then we're going to add a 0.04 fillet, the same as with the guard. Okay, now we'll spin this around. Let's pan. We're going to click on pull. We're going to click till everything is selected. Wanted that one too. Let's go to 0.040. Okay, might as well get this top line and the bottom line to pull. Okay, 0.04. Let's spin this around, see how it looks. Not too bad. Let's Control plus. Let's pan this over. We're going to try to add that fillet in there and see if we can do it. I just don't like sharp edges on knives because it can land up being a spot where the knife can break. Okay, it looks like it's going to let us do it, so we'll go 0.030, so it's not too extreme of a fillet. All right, now we'll do the same over here on the back or on the side. Okay, 0.030. It's a little wonky right there, but I'm not going to be too concerned with that. I just wanted a little fillet in there so it's not a hot spot where it could possibly break. Now we're going to spin this. We're going to do the same to this piece right here, so we'll go ahead and pull or select pull. We'll click till all that is selected and we'll drag. Looks like it's having an issue with that too, so we'll do a little bit at a time. Hold down the control key. We'll get half that edge, hit pull. That doesn't look like it wants to do that, this one. It's probably because of this, where this curve comes around. So what I could do is move over this piece right here. So I could go ahead and click till everything's selected. Go grab the move tool. Grab this red arrow. Not sure it's going to let me move it, but looks like it won't. Hopefully this didn't freeze on me because I didn't save it. Okay, it's just unable to do the command. All right, let's try one more thing. Let's try the handle. Select move. We'll grab that green arrow. Looks like it's letting us move it, but it's taking a long time. All right, I'm not going to be too concerned about it. I'll just leave it if it doesn't want to fill it. Let's try to fill it this, grab it. Yeah, it's not going to do it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave it. Looks like the knife is complete. Just going to go to one more spot to check. Probably right here we need to add a fillet. So click till everything's selected. Hold down the control key to grab that point or line. And we're going to add a little fillet on there so it's not a weak spot. We'll do 0.030. Okay, now we're going to go spin, take a look. That one's rounded, this one's a little square. Okay, let's control minus. Could probably put a fillet on these so they don't have to be sharp, but let's go ahead and select both of these by holding down the control key and just dragging out a little bit of a fillet. .030. Okay, let's control plus to look at that area up here. Oh, this is actually supposed to be rounded here, but okay. I think we're going to be good with this. Let's go ahead and view from the top. The only other thing we could probably do is put that slot in there. Let me go back and see. I don't remember where that slot is. Okay, so it's right here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and put a slot in this thing and then we'll call it done. Control plus to zoom in. Let's grab our offset tool. Let's pull this slot in to 0.22. And then we'll go ahead and offset that. 0.22. Or actually, I want it to be a little bit thicker. So we'll go offset. Let's go to 0.3. Okay, I'm going to let's go ahead and put a line on here where we want the slot to start. Right about there would be okay. Now we're going to go to offset. Let's offset this down. Let's just do 3.25. That'll be reasonable. Grab our trim tool. Let's get these pieces here. Let's control plus. Let's go ahead and put in a full round here. So we'll go ahead and get our great rounded corner. 1.5. 1.5 full round. Go ahead and pan down, do the same to this one. Click there, 1.5, click there, and there, 1.5. Okay, let's go to our 3D mode. Uh-oh. What happened to my, did I do this draw this on the back? Okay, let's go to, let's say undo. Okay, let's go ahead and control minus. Let's control plus so we can zoom in and see what we're doing. Let's select all these, hold down the control key, control minus to zoom out. Let's get that. Let's fill this. Doesn't look like it's going to fill. Let's undo that. Go to the 3D mode. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's control plus. Control minus to zoom out. Let's get those. Hold down the control key to get those points there. Let's say pull. Okay, this must not be full filled, so let's fill it. Okay, and let's go ahead and pull this. For some reason it's not wanting to pull, so let's go ahead and click on the cut. All right, there we go. Sometimes things are a little bit tricky with Design Spark. So the only other thing we're going to do to this is we're going to click till all the lines are selected, and we're going to put a little fillet on this. Let's go to Pool. Okay, undo. Let's get rid of this. There's a box, or there's an actual leftover piece right here that's interfering with this. So let's go ahead and problem is I can't really see it. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that line down there. That line there. Let's spin this. Select. Let's click on that line. Spin. We'll get this one last line, and then we'll add the chamfer to this. Okay. So now let's click till all this stuff is selected. Go to Pool. We're going to add a chamfer. So we'll go ahead and let's go 0.030 chamfer. And now we're going to go ahead and spin this around, do the same on the back side. Pull. Click till everything is selected. Change this from fillet to chamfer. 0.3. Okay, that's going to be our Rambo knife. Didn't come out too bad. Hopefully you enjoyed watching and you got something useful out of the video. That's going to end today's tutorial. Thank you for watching.